has drawn the one. 2,000 metres, start affected in the back, they're set and ready to go. All runners in behind the Mobile. Mobile begins to gather speed. A Ruby Bye-Bye, the favourite, right up on the gate. So too is Seeking You Will Find Her. Go now as the gate draws away from them. Ruby Bye-Bye mustering speed down through along the insides. Going to be the early leader. Also beginning smartly then in behind them was Glenburn Bell, getting in behind the leader. Arctic's racing on the outside and driving forward wider out on the tracker was Seeking You Shall Find, going up towards that leading division and sitting on the outside of the leader at the moment. The next one was Just As Dangerous, further back then Talanoa. They were followed by Quads on the River. Second last now as they head down to the judge with 2 to go was Glenburn Anna, and back at the tail of the field was Lincoln Park. New leader at the 2 lap mark, lead time was 28.8, and taking over Seeking You Shall Find's race to the leader. Ruby Bye-Bye's got to sit on behind it, and Arctic's racing on the outside. 3 back on the pegs, then next was Glenburn Bella. They were followed further back then, there's Glenburn Anna. It's whipping around them quickly, going up towards that leading division now. And Ray Walker's keen to go to the lead, and they've turned it on by the 1200. Glenburn Anna on the outside, Seeking You Shall Find on the inner. Next was Ruby Bye-Bye, and they were followed by Arctic. Galloping back on the inside then was Glenburn Bella. It's been passed by Just As Dangerous, Quads on the River. Next was further back in the field then Game Talanoa and Lincoln Park, and the other one of course has galloped out of business as Glenburn Bell. They raced down to the judge. First quarter was a leisurely 32.4, and they've got a circuit left in front of them. Seeking You Shall Find on the outside, attacking Glenburn Anna. On the inside then Ruby Bye-Bye, and Arctic's got a nice trail in the 1-1. They were followed next by Just As Dangerous from Quads on the River. Further back Talanoa, Lincoln Park, and Glenburn Bell's been pulled up 600 out. Second quarter was 30.2, and on the inside Seeking You Shall Find. On the outside Glenburn Anna up and attacking it once again. On the inside, yielding ground was Ruby Bye-Bye, being passed by Arctic, and Just As Dangerous. Quads on the River's out, 3 wide running on, and Talanoa's in the centre. But inside the 400, down the back in 31.2, and Seeking You Shall Find's kicked right away. Seeking You Shall Find well clear. Quads on the River is running home stoutly around the outside, and then Just As Dangerous. But Seeking You Shall Find's well clear. Oh, well, the one Arctic nearly came down. He did come down, in fact, and got back up, but coming down to the judge, Seeking You Will Find in front, Just As Dangerous, and also Quads on the River are trying harder, but Seeking You Shall Find has beaten Just As Dangerous. Third placing in will go to Quads on the River. Next one was Glenburn Anna, further back then Talanoa. Next was Lincoln Park. Arctic said his prayers and got up as they swung for home, and there's another one being pulled up. That's Ruby Bye-Bye's been pulled up. Gary Harpley's out of the cart, and Glenburn Anna's the last, Glenburn Bell I should say, who broke mid-race, is going to be the last to pull up.